This play of the game is brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Vote for your favorite Dr. Pepper play of the day and enter the Dr. Pepper Big Game Day sweepstakes by logging on to foxsports.com. That, of course, the onside kick that was successful and started the day for Philadelphia. This is Pat Summerall for John Madden and DJ Johnson saying so long from Dallas, where once again the final score is the Eagles 41, the Cowboys 14. Up next is the Auto Trader postgame show with JB, Terry, Howie, and Chris. For more information on today's game and the latest NFL news, log on to foxsports.com.
The AutoTrader.com postgame show is brought to you by AutoTrader.com, the biggest, best used car site on the planet.
Coming up next for most of you on Fox Primetime, don't miss The Simpsons. Emmy winner for Best Animated Program. Then catch a Where's Dewey update on Malcolm in the Middle. And one event could change Mulder's life forever on The X-Files. It all starts at the bottom of the hour with King of the Hill. Coming up next on Fox Primetime as we welcome you back to Studio 2A and the AutoTrader.com postgame show. Chris, Howie, Terry, yours truly, James Brown. Let's get you caught up on the action in the NFL today. Boy, an inauspicious start in the heat for the Cowboys today.
140 degrees at game time. Eagles lineup, surprise onside kick. Excellent strategy. I tell you, Andy Reid had this team ready to play today. Now capitalizing on the onside kicks. As you see, McNabb hit Jeff Tomlinson. 1-yard touchdown, 7-0. Eagles then. Deuce Staley off right tackle. Deuce Staley on this day, 201 yards rushing, 14-0 at this time. Aikman back, picked off by Jeremiah Trotter. 27 yards later, touchdown Eagles, 21-0. Aikman back, harassed all day long by Hugh Douglas and James Darling. Had to leave the game, taken to the hospital, concussion. Leaves the game, it was 21-0 final. Man, what a blow they took today from the Eagles, 41-14.
For Bruce Smith and the Skins defense, it was a tale of two halves as well as Dion.
Now, following a Stephen Davis score, Michael Bates returned 2 touchdowns for kickoff for touchdowns last year. Look at this. Takes this kickoff, takes it 92 yards, touchdown. We're tied up at 7-all. Then Brad Johnson, a very dangerous effort, leaped over the line of scrimmage. Ball was a touchdown. Redskins going to upset the Panthers, 2017.
Giants got off on a good foot today, thanks a lot to the running backs.
Teague Barber down to the right side. Out of the eye, takes a pitch. Nothing going there. Turns around, Howie. Turns on the burners. 10-yard touchdown run. Giants up by 7. Then Terry Collins hands off once again. Teague Barber, 78 yards. Longest run from the line of scrimmage for the Giants since 1959 when Frank Gifford had it. Touchdown number 2. Giants up 14-0. The game was suspended for a momentary. It was 13:05 in the third quarter. Lightning in the area. Then when the teams came back onto the field, you're going to see there.
So good we had to show it twice, right?
Hard to believe we did it again. Fine there. Now they're leaving the field. Then Rondé, number 1 draft choice out of Wisconsin. Off the right side. Touchdown, his first of his rookie season. Giants going to win this football game, 21-16.
And speaking of the Giants, boy, an outstanding day for the running backs, Tiki Barber and Ron Dane. Impressive indeed.
And Terry called it beforehand. He said that he thought that team was going to end up winning the division. But you've got to go back to the Dallas Cowboys right now. I mean, what an absolute disaster for them to start that way. I guess everything wasn't really Chan Gailey's fault because this offense looked like they had absolutely no clue. When you're talking about a veteran football team, their inability to pick up the blitz today was just startling.
Yeah, Brian, you know, the thing about Philadelphia, JB, is this. They travel down to Dallas, which historically has been the toughest place in the NFL to win an opening game. The heat index is over 140 degrees. They open the game up with an onside kick. There are differing views of opinion on that. It could be a trick play. You don't feel like you can play with Dallas. Really, what I think it is Andy Reid saying, hey, my defense is that good. Troy Aikman took a shellacking, and I think one of the strengths of this team was depicted as being their offensive line, meaning the Dallas Cowboys. Troy Aikman when he was in the game, Terry, they blitzed him. When Randall Cunningham came in the game, they dropped back into coverage and forced Randall Cunningham to beat them. 302 yards rushing. I cannot tell you how demoralizing that is to a defensive football team. I would love to be at that post-game press conference.
And did it in the heat in Dallas. Andy Reid and his coaching staff, hats off to you guys and all your players. Outstanding job today.
Deuce Staley helping Donovan McNabb's confidence immensely in that victory today. All right, folks, San Francisco and Atlanta. Let's take you there. Jamal Anderson back in action for the Atlanta Falcons.
Jeff Garcia, look, a nice little counter. One back one way, one the other. The linebackers run into one another. Then Garcia hits Fred Beasley 4-yard touchdown. 49ers up by 7. Chris Chandler, play action. Safeties get out of position, Howie. The old flow coverage set. And what a great throw to Sean Jefferson covering 48 yards. It's 29-14 Falcons over the 49ers. And then Garcia's pass. Late. You got to get that baby out there a lot quicker than that. Jerry Rice was the intended receiver, picked off by Ashley Ambrose. He returns it 36 yards, 36-28. Falcons open up with a victory over the 49ers, have now defeated them 3 straight times at home. Stony Case looking back. Flying quarterback in for Charlie Batch, who still nurses a bad knee. Looks, stares down Steve Sloan. His tight end, David Sloan, that is, intercepted for a touchdown by Sammy Knight. Then Desmond Howard takes his Toby Gowans punt. He takes it 95 yards. Turns it on. The last time he did this was when Green Bay went down to New Orleans and played New England in the Super Bowl. Lions looking awfully impressive today. Without Charlie Batch, they still take care of the Saints at home, 14-10.
And next week, host the Washington Redskins. In the meantime, Cade McNown.
Cade McNown had a pretty good game. Both these quarterbacks, Dante Culpepper and McNown. McNown looking left, gets pressure, moves right, knows where the line of scrimmage is, pulls up, and then hits his tight end for a touchdown. Then, coming back, well, there's your score, 30-27.
Don't worry, we'll ad-lib with the
That's
big fella. We'll roll with
up.
Who is that? Keyshawn Johnson. Is he shy?
No, he's not shy. Drew Bledsoe back. A lot of problems on this day. Warren Sapp with the sack, gets up, show me something, show me something. There it is, 3-0 at this point, New England. Troy Brown takes the punt up the middle. JB's younger brother, a little smaller version. 66 yards later, look at that speed. Touchdown. Now it's New England 10, Tampa Bay 7. Sean Keane fakes the spike to kill the clock. Pulls up into the corner. Riedel Anthony, 8-yard touchdown reception, 14-10. Tampa Bay. Remember, Dan Marino did that in the Meadowlands against the Jets. And then Mike Alstott, off-right tackle, 3-yard touchdown run, his second of the day, 21-16, Tampa Bay over New England.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the NFC Central and the action that you saw today. Comment on that, big boy.
Well, I think Tampa Bay looked a lot like the Tampa Bay team we saw last year. Very good on defense and kind of average on offense. And I think the young quarterback down there looked a lot like the quarterback we saw last year. He's the kind of kid that makes big plays, as you saw with the fake spike, throws the ball over the top. That proved to be the difference. Cade McNown, an outstanding day. But they threw the ball 41 times. They have to run the football in Chicago.
You know, and watching Brett Favre throw the ball today, he has really fired a few, so it looks like his elbow's okay, but now you just saw a shot where he was actually holding the elbow, so you don't know if there's a problem or not. The Detroit Lions won today without Charlie Batch. Really important.
All right, Chris, providing a segue as we get set to talk about Green Bay taking on the New York Jets. And in that contest being played at Lambeau Field right now, the Jets on top with 2 minutes remaining by 20-16 over the Green Bay Packers. In Kansas City today at Arrowhead was the Chiefs losing on opening day for the first time in 11 openings, 27-14 to the Indianapolis Colts. Colts have picked them as the elite in the AFC. Jaguars by 20 over the Cleveland Browns. Chris said it's still early. Don't get too excited about that. Boy, the Steelers.
Say it ain't so, JB. Say it ain't so.
Offense, Terry, with the Steelers today as the Ravens come out victorious. And boy, do you think Mike Holmgren will be a pleasant guy flying back to the west? Dolphins spanked them big time, 23-0 and 9-6. Howie's Raiders did in fact score a touchdown in this one. Quick thought there.
It's just new stars in this league. I think we all have to get re-educated. The old guard is now gone. The new guard is in, and it's a different era now in the NFL.
The comment of the day still, the conversation between Howie and Terry with the pickle juice.
Pickle juice was the key today.